I'm 3 days away from competition and I'm pulling the engine out tonight. Okay, so if you've been keeping up with my latest videos, I had a problem, which I solved, but there's another problem. So the first problem was the valley pan. That was cracked. That I knew of, I could see it, thought it was what was causing water to come out of the bell housing. Yeah, but last night I found out that I was very wrong. It seems that it's 100% my fault. I added maybe half a bottle of concentrate before winter and I didn't really let it circulate properly. So my mix is maybe 90-10. Since I didn't let it circulate, the coolant in the block, well, mostly water in the block and the back, water definitely froze and cracked the pan and possibly popped a freeze plug. I'm really hoping for the freeze plug blown up because that's what it's designed to do, and I'm really hoping that my block is not fucked, you know. So because I'm on a bit of a crunch, I literally have 2 evenings and half a Friday afternoon to take this whole engine out, take the transmission off, and look at the frost plug and see if it's frozen, or at least put it on a pressure test to see where it's coming from, because I know it's coming from inside the bell housing. The back of the blocks, the back of the head, sorry, are completely dry when I pressure test it, and I can hear it leaking. So I'm gonna try and do a time lapse because I don't really have time to film everything. Of course, I say I'll do a montage and then I just don't do a montage and I just get straight to work. So here's where I'm at. Seems like I say that a lot. Hey, here's where I'm at. I gotta get better at that. So the exhaust is off, drive shaft is off. I just have my transmission mounts to undo, which I'm not gonna do now because I'm under the car. I just undid, as you can see, I did my clutch slave, so that's out. The wiring is out. So yeah, basically once I get it on the crane, I'll come back under and undo the tranny mounts so I don't crush myself. And yeah, I'll get this baby out in no time. Getting ready, almost there. Power steering is out, kind of, one of them. Oil lines on there. So yeah, I'm just kind of setting it up. I also don't have a tripod, so it makes it really hard to film. And I like to have music on and it helps me focus. So if I have music on, I'm gonna get copyrighted. So yeah. Anyways, here's where we're at. All right, so we're pretty much all the way out. I had I forgot the transmission bracket on the bottom that was stopping it. It was going up and catching on the frame, and then there was the steering. I don't remember taking it off last time, but I guess I did. Basically, it's free right now, so yeah, man. Going good. It's looking good so far. All right, so tonight's mission success. What I did want to do is also split the transmission off. I don't know, dude, honestly, I'm kind of tired. It takes a lot of work to fucking take out a giant power plant. Hold on. To take out a 4.4 V8 by yourself in the driveway after already working 9.5 hours in a garage. So, yeah. All right, so let's grab our... So I think it's an E11. I hope I don't get copyrighted for having some music in the background. All right. So tired. Oh, they're different sizes. Interesting. Okay, I don't remember that. There's a lot I don't remember about this. So basically, I pulled the engine last year. Okay, just the top ones are small. I pulled the engine last year to do the rear main seal and give it a refresh, but like, I'm in the driveway. Well, actually in winter time, I was in that garage, which is like built in the 50s. And the concrete on the ground is no longer concrete, just dirt. And the ceiling is leaking, so, you know, water everywhere. So I didn't really want to take heads off and valve covers, all that stuff. So I just split transmission, checked up on the clutch, replaced the throw-up bearing because that was finished and it was like rattling and whatnot. Checked the clutch, throw-up bearing, replaced the rear main seal because that was leaking. Yeah, that's basically it. And then I just put it back in the car. I really want to do an overhaul of this engine one day because I love this engine. It's all aluminum block, aluminum heads, so it's lightweight. It's high compression, so it revs to about like 8,000 RPM or like 7,800, I think is the cutoff. It's not a M62 or M60. It's an M60 B44, which is a Frankenstein swap. So basically the block is M62, and then the chains and the heads are from the M60. So the M60 is the first generation of the MV8s, and that came in like the E24, I believe. And then the M62 came in the E28s. And it's a mashup of the two, raises the compression, better power, higher revs, much more fun. But like this versus an LS, I found the LSs are very heavy because they're iron blocks, and a lot of them are iron heads. But even if you get the aluminum heads, I still find, man, like they're very luggy engines. I don't know if that's a term, but like this thing is like boom, boom, boom. You know, like you give it throttle and it's responsive as fuck. It also sounds insane. It sounds like it has ITBs. You'll hear it eventually. All right, well, I don't know. It's really not looking good. So this is my clutch flywheel. Got the transmission off, right back at the V. I was hoping that, like, you know, it was one of these things. I'm pretty sure these are what frost plugs are. I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I've never, as a mechanic in my near 10 years, I've never actually done a frost plug, believe it or not. But anywho, yeah, it's for sure this, because this is crystallization from the water that I shouldn't have been putting in it. All right, and you can see that, like, I don't know if I can show, but like right there. Anyways, you can see the ridge. I'll zoom in more. Yeah, you can see there where it is just ruptured all the way there, and there's some point you can see a little hole right there. I can't zoom in anymore, but there's a hole right there in the middle of the screen. Yeah, this whole thing has to come off. I've never fucking seen this before, but I guess it's the back part for the for coolant, obviously. So now clutch has to come off, and kind of pissed because I don't have a clutch alignment tool. So doing this tomorrow night or on Friday is gonna be really hard. Finding that pan, that's gonna be really freaking hard. I did it to myself though. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep because tomorrow's another day. Okay, bye. Also, this tent is awesome. Shout out to my neighbor. He works at PNH Printing. Great guy.